I'm now with Dave Walker. Good afternoon, Dave, and welcome to the Classic Restoration Show 2025.
Yeah, thank you for letting us go. It's a fantastic show. I come every year, but this year I've managed to bring my own car down, which is extra special. You know.
So can we talk about this Jaguar engine MG?
So it's a 1964, all original car, and then when I bought it, the old guy had started the project before, and then he sort of did the basic work on it, and then he died. So it's been stood for 25 years with a sort of a part conversion on it. With it being a 64, I was thinking it's probably best putting it back to original. But then I thought I'm going to honour his wish of what he tried to do.
Yeah.
So then I completed it, which then led to different problems because he'd only sort of allocated sort of the engine and the gearbox. He didn't sort of think how the radiator was going to go in. He didn't think about other things. So I was left with a lot of problems having to sort, with it all. But what I've tried to do with it is make it sort of how it could have come out of the factory. And as a designer, that's the hardest part, to keep the originality of it all without going, overboard with it all.
Of course, you've got to uprate everything, haven't you, when you get a bigger engine? You've got to do the back axle, gearbox, everything, haven't you?
You do, well, so it's a B.
Yeah.
So with the C, you've got a straight six.
Yeah.
You've got torsion bars on it.
Yeah.
With this being B, you've got the cross member coming across the front,
Right.
which has enabled me to put coiled springs on the front.
Okay.
So it's uprated suspension on the front, which is coping with the extra weight
Right.
of the actual car.
Oh, yeah, of course,
I put drilled and vented discs on it. I put a servo, because this is a pre-servo model. At the moment I'm running the original back axle, banjo axle on it.
Really?
People say, no, it's not causing a problem at the moment.
No.
I am aware that I might have to do something with it later on. And then I've tried to keep it, so when you pull up, it's got a Jaguar bulge in the bonnet that I've TIG welded in. I put the Jaguar D-type lightweight wheels on it. So there's hints of Jaguar when you pull up. And then
when you get close to it.
When you get close to it, you think, oh, this is a bit different.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you lift the bonnet, everyone thinks, well, that's different, So that's why I did it, really, is just continuing it through.
So how does it run?
It runs great.
Yeah.
People think it's going to be top heavy going into the corners and stuff. But because of the suspension, it copes with it really well. It'll actually pull off in third. It's all torque, is the engine. So it's more of a cruiser.
Yes.
Is the actual car.
Cruise nicely, won't it?
Cruise is nice. It's a 4-speed Jag gearbox with overdrive in it.
Right.
So it just purrs along.
Right.
It's a beautiful engine. I mean, it has to be the best engine ever made. And that's why I put it in this car.
So what plans have you got for it in the future?
I want to start putting some mileage on it. So I finished it sort of mid-end of last year. It's been to a few shows.
Right. Okay.
And then it's been in winter storage. So then I pulled it out and polished it all. Brought it down here, and then after the show, it's going into a restaurant called the Motorist, which is in Sherburn and Helmet up north.
Okay.
And then it's going into their restaurant for a month.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it's going to be like dry storage for it. And then after that, I'm going to start putting some miles on it. Which will be
get it used.
Get it used, because that old car should be used,
Exactly,
I've got a standard B as well, which I use as a daily runner. And I just think, for me, MGB is easy to work on.
Yes.
You can get all the parts. Anybody can start doing maintenance on a car, and this is an ideal car to sort of start on.
But it's a simple shape, but it looks good, doesn't it, the MGB, I always think?
It's a classic shape, I prefer the open top, the Roadster, and I preferred it without the headresting. It's just my choice. It just gives that style, to it all. But 1964, and it still looks great now. I just like the whole stands. So I was very fortunate to get this particular car. One owner from new.
Well, I hope you get some miles done on it, and thank you very much for the interview.
No problems. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.